Welcome to Buy, Hold, Sell. I'm Ben Clark, and joining me today we've got James Miller from Firetrail and Justin Braitling from Watermark, and we're talking healthcare. It's a good defensive place to be in uncertain times. The healthcare index has outperformed the market by 19% over the last year, but can it continue? We'll start with James with one of the biggest stocks, Cochlear. Buy, hold or sell?
Cochlear's a hold for us. Really it's about valuation. It's trading on 36 times price to earnings versus the market on 16 times, and 10% growth in that implant space just doesn't cut it.
Okay. And Justin, buy, hold or sell on Cochlear?
I think it's a sell. The paediatric segment has been fully penetrated. They need to drive adult population now, and that's a lot harder. They've done a good job, but you're not going to see any margin improvement there. The gig's up for growth. I think the growth, the leaders are going to struggle from here.
Okay. Sticking with you, Ramsay Healthcare struggled versus a lot of its counterparts. Buy, hold or sell?
Well, I think it's a hold now. The business is challenged. There are a lot of deflationary pressures. The insurance companies are squeezing them. And basically, they're trying to get people out of the hospitals. Hospitalisation rates in Australia are very high. Get them out of the hospitals, that keeps the claims expenses lower. So their top line is really struggling. They may be a GDP or GDP minus business going forward, but on 16, 17 times, it's probably cheap enough to own, and the money's going to come back into the defensive part of the market.
Yep. James, you got a view on Ramsay?
Ramsay we think is one with earnings risk, so it's a sell for us. Yep. And it's really about what they're doing in Europe. They're really trying to expand aggressively there. We've seen them recently bidding for the European hospital operator Capio over there, and that's a market where government budgets are constrained, and that healthcare budget means revenue growth is pretty limited. So concerns around what they're doing there, and then growth in the Australian business lagging as well.
Okay, let's go to Medibank, maybe one of the companies that's causing Ramsay a bit of pain. Buy, hold or sell?
We'll be a hold on Medibank. Yep. You're looking at a company which has got no earnings growth for 3 years, plus risks around a changing government and what they might mean for revenue caps there as well. So trading on 17 times PE, when you can get no earnings growth in the banks on 12 times PE, we'll happily hold that one.
Okay. Justin, buy, hold or sell on Medibank?
I think it's a hold as well, I would agree. I mean, it's not clear what sort of claims inflation we're seeing in healthcare. Medibank's last result, hospital claims are actually flat year on year. So they may actually be able to operate in a tight environment in terms of premium growth if Labor gets in and sticks to its 2% growth rate. Depending on what claims do. So it's not clear. They may be able to hold their margins, so it's very well run, so it's probably a hold.
Okay, let's go to some preemptive medicine. Blackmores, buy, hold or sell?
I think Blackmores is probably a hold, I would say.
Soft sell?
Soft sell. The business is trading well in China, but there are enormous risks, obviously, around that flow into China. That demand, vitamins and supplements is an area that is growing very quickly. But there's been a lot of disruption more recently in that channel, and I'm not sure that they've not experienced some disruption themselves.
Okay, and James, you got a view on this one? It's been very volatile of late.
Absolutely, it's something I want to sell, but it's a hold for us, and it would be a sell if it wasn't such a crowded short out there. I'm really more concerned about what's happening with the Chinese domestic vitamin manufacturers. They're making more inroads within their own market there, and think about that, and then there's cheaper ways to play the Chinese consumer as well. Names like A2 Milk could be a cheaper way to play it. Yep,
okay. Let's go across the ditch. Fisher & Paykel Healthcare, been a great performer. Buy, hold or sell?
We'll hold that one, and it's as simple as valuation. It's got two businesses, the consumer health business where ResMed, Philips have got great products, pretty hard to compete at the moment, but a hospital business that's growing. So I'd like to see both of them firing before we make a buy on that one.
Okay, and Justin, Fisher & Paykel, buy, hold, sell?
It's a sell. The sleep business is struggling. You've had enormous consolidation in the DMEs in the US, and they've gone to these new supply agreements, resupply agreements, which is going to make it very hard for Fisher & Paykel's next mask release to get any kind of penetration. The other business they've got, the dehumidification business, is very mature. There's not a lot of growth there. And the exciting business, the high flow business, the oxygen business, we think the market's really overstating the addressable market for that business. So on 36 times it's a sell.
Okay. Well, it's been a great space to be in, but not very many buy ideas, so got to do your research.